Welcome back, and I didn't expect that my visit from Turkey will bring me 2 bows, so you can expect 2 more bows here from the Malta archery range. And my visitor was from Czech. Finally they managed. They promised me for a long time to get me a bow from them, and he came in person. And look what you get. You get first of all a beautiful bag. This is one of the most beautiful solid made bags I ever had here. Really nice. Then you get the bow, you get the string, a small notification, a small string holder. Then you get information about Keskin Bow, and you get information about the bow. So what do we get here? Keskin Bow has been developing bows since 2010, and to my knowledge they are the only ones in Turkey who make laminated Turkish bows. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think so. And they are quite famous in Turkey, so all competitions, everybody almost shoots their bows. They are very good. They have these Tunc Ay, the Ottoman bow. They have the Nogai, which will be Tatar bow. It's the next video. Then they have hybrid and an all resin and a biocomposite. They're in more than 30 countries around the world. Nice. And what you get then is, for the Keskin Tunc Ay, it's a laminated bow, currently preferred by the most of the experienced traditional archers in Turkey. It is made out of maple, bamboo, rosewood, strength 2 synthetic fiberglass layers on both sides, either in transparent or black. Then you get the 4-stroke curve. Very nice. You get the bow specifications. Total length 128 centimeters or 50.3 inches. Length between sears 106 centimeters or 41.7 inches. Strung length is 113 centimeters or 44.4 inches. Possible draw weight is from 30 to 55 pounds. Maximum draw length is 74 centimeters or 29.1 inches. Brace height 18.3 to 18.6, which is 7 something. Bow weight is 270 grams, so I get all information I need. And you get even here, look at this, a nice draw curve. And then you see what this bow is doing, really smooth. So from the draw curve alone, that looks very promising, I have to say. So thank you very much, Telmoon, for passing by. And the sleeve is thick and looks good. Look at this with the logo on it, so they really know what they are doing. And look at this beautiful bow. Holy moly. We get a whipping here for safety, which is always a good thing. Handle is nice. Sears are nice and thin. Here is written Kiss. You can see they are not too massive around here. And then this decoration. Of course you can have it without decoration, and I guess with different decorations, but this one looks very nice because it's a little decent. It's not so in your face. But I don't know now. You don't write the poundage somewhere, don't you? So I don't know what the poundage is. But usually I always say bring me a 40-pound bow or 35-pound bow, so I guess will be something in this range. We will see then. I only have 1 set of arrows because my arrows are all packed for the big move. Look at this nice small string pads here. Really, really nice. So now we need to get rid of this oil. The string we keep. And this one can stay here and go away. And you have in front here even a pocket for everything you need. Really nice. What they else do, and he brought me to this beautiful, after a museum or this ring is somewhere in a museum and they rebuilt it out of brass, I guess. They're unfortunately only too small for me. They didn't know my size, so I wish it would fit. But in Austria we'll find a thumb where these two rings can go on really nice, but I don't know now what the price of these rings is. I only show you. I told you already everything I have to know. I asked for the grain per pound. He said 8 to 10 grain per pound, which makes sense for a Turkish bow. The Tatar bow is then I think 9 to 10 or a little more, 10 grain. Fine too, so that's completely fine by me. I don't even have to weigh the bow, it's 270 grams, so they did all the work for me. I like that. Very professional. I really like their approach of how they do things. Really nice. So let's see if the knock to knock is measured how I would measure it, 48.5. Nice. Arrow pass is as it usually is with laminated Turkish bows, so I don't have a problem with that. I guess you would put the arrow here, and this is 25 millimeters 1 inch. Yes, and I swap still between metric and imperial because I can. So the short one is the top one. My nose is itchy today. So, and I guess then, because there is a writing that this is the top part of the bow, for the rest you have no indication. And I didn't talk about the price, right? Didn't I? This bow, without the decoration, but a pretty bow, and I guess it's a very well performing bow. Look, I mean, you see the layer of glass running through here, and then they even put up a little more to have a proper handle there. I never saw it like this anywhere. Then of course it makes sense that you have here the whipping, because this one fades out here, so it makes sense. The price of this bow, €159. Yes, I know. Call me crazy, but I didn't make the price. 195 plus shipping from Turkey. So, look at this. Oi. So, that was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Center serving looks good. String looks good. Everything looks nice. Look at this nice shape of this bow. Oh, a little vibration here. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, but not a lot. You only feel it directly in hand, but I guess it will go away. The only thing is, it's a relatively short bow, but only 29 inches draw. So this is the only thing which I think 30 would be nice. But if it does proper, so it would be 7.3 inches to 7 inches. So could be a little more. We will see what we get then. Yeah, like most laminate. It's relatively stiff here. Look at this, nice. So no problem with that. Straight. Oh, strong. Look at this. Yeah, until here, nice. Yep, nice. Draw is nice. Draw is very nice. Look at this. 29-inch arrows. Draws out of the box 29 inches, no problem, and I think the arrows are not too heavy. Nice. I think it's a fast one, silent, and you don't feel, of course, here you feel this vibration, but when you shoot, it's not so. And the handle is quite. It's a really nice handle. I like this, and I mean, under €200, a bow like this. And let's see what we get here. Lips, yeah, that's fine. So let's see, I don't do a full draw curve now, but the draw is really nice. Look at this. 28, 36.4, 30, oh, 29, sorry. 38.3. Look at this. Nice, huh? Just fine. Here we are already on a string angle of 60 degrees at 28, but it's a very short bow. It would be 29, and I guess this bow would even do 30, but of course it's only here. We only do what they say, 29.1 inches, right? Look at this pretty bow. Nice reinforced sears here, nice made, and then with this decoration to the tip here. There you have your Keskin. Nice, really nice, and not too much. Look at this, it's very short here. The Kasan, Bash Kasan, and the small string pad here, really pretty. The decoration here, this one I really like, red, gold, and not so over too much stuff, you know, quite simplistic. Then it's whipping, and they put some varnish around it or something, so it's nice protected. Handle is good. Nice. I mean, hey, for the price, this bow plays in the league of all the other 350 euro bows, I guess. But let's see. And to all my Turkish friends out there, of course, I know that I am supposed to use a Sigir thumb ring, but I don't have one here now. The other ones are too small, so I shoot with my Korean glove at 10 meters with 320 grain arrows, and the bow has 40 pounds at 29. A little to the left. Okay, so again. Yup, look at this. Wow. Any questions? Now I start splitting arrows, I guess. Yep. I can't stop the review now. Simply get one out of the box. I didn't shoot. This was my first arrow here to the left. Wow. 10 meters worked quite well. Let's see, 20. And yes, I got again that I don't care about my cock feather or odd feather, that it points outwards of the bow. Yes, I don't care, because for me it doesn't make a difference. 20 meters. Hostra. I can understand why they use this. Oh, I broke a knock. See, I just told you that I will Robin Hood some arrows. I understand why they take it to competitions. Oops, a little to the left. So you really need to only make sure that your back tension is there and that you hold the bow properly. And then maybe let's do a little katra. Huh? Too low. Holy cow. But you get feedback, you know what this bow is doing? 30 meters, then 30. 29, to be precisely. The right one. Yep. You feel a little vibration in the hand. But you get there. About to see what is going to happen. Look at this. Takes a little, but you get used to. Oh, that was a bad shot. I felt it before. Oh, that was a really bad shot. I think we change the brace height. Let me do speed test. So I changed now the brace height. We are now at 18.4 centimeters, so between this 18.3 to 18.6 centimeters. Sounds not directly a little better. I would most probably go even to the maximum, because as you saw, the bow doesn't stack at 29. So I would go a little higher, but it's fine. That's me. What little do I know? I only know that this is a tool and does the job very good. 182. Yep, feels like. Oops, 177. 190. 182. 188. It's what you get easy out of this bow. You feel them a little in your hand. It's not annoying, but it's a little there. Might go away, but still there. Wee, too high. But you really get the feeling for it, so no secrets with this bow. Only the arrow's a little crappy. See a little hatra. Do a little more hatra. Oh, no, forget the last shot. I was not focused. But what I can tell, it's a really good shooter. You know what it's doing? It takes a few shots, of course, that you get used to it, but I can see why in Turkey they all use this for competition. Yeah, wrong cutter, doesn't work. Torque, a bit more torque. Oh yeah, oh yeah. A little torque sideways, down, cutter, whatever. And a little string twist, and then it works. I must probably get even more speed out of it. But I didn't want to cheat, I only have 5 arrows left. Really nice bow. If you think about horse archery, of course you want to check if this would work here. And the handle is big, but look at this, you can make it work and then you can shoot your 3 fingers. No problem. Oh, nice. Works 3 fingers nice too. Even if I shoot bad 3 fingers, but you know, maybe you want to put a knocking point on it. Works. Nice. Awesome bow. For the price, incredible. Just so that we still have the bamboos here from the bamboo challenge. So first you need to shoot the horizontal, the vertical one, and then the horizontal one. Oh, touching. It's not splitting. Ah, that's bad. Nope. Oi, 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 nuts, huh? Oi, nope. Let's shoot the cross down there, huh? Ah, touching is not penetrating, but you get the point. It's a fun shooter, it works. It's a little there, but it's not annoying. What can I say, this thing, for longer distance you need a little practice. Short distance, you saw it instantly what it did out of the box. It needs a little work, but this bow gives you feedback so you know what it's doing, and then you get easy used to it, and the bow is still straight, no problems whatsoever. Of course it bugged me now that I didn't hit the bamboo, so I go directly for the cross section of these 2 bamboo sticks. Now yeah, almost. Let's go again for the cross section, huh? Maybe we can nail them together. Yup, we can. Let me show you its features. Oh, he comes tomorrow. What else? Again. Oh, that went through the hay bale. It's a fun shooter. Oh, but you need to get your form right. So that's why get a low poundage, do your capacity training, that your form is really settled, and then go for a bow like this, because this is a heck of fun, but you need to have a form. A little bit of change in your shoulders or back tension, and you get punished by this bow. So it's a good bow. It teaches you a lesson or 2 or 3. Very good. So here we go, the Tunc Ay. I think I pronounced it right. If not, please excuse. So here we have a little flex, easy flex, but it's not, almost a little wobbly here in this direction, but not that much. So we had other ones that are more wobbly here, In this direction it's good stiff. Nice bow. So what do we get? A bow, a string, a sleeve, a string holder, a documentation and a bag. So, but it doesn't get more than 10 points. So packaging, 10 points. The handling of this bow, the bow was easy to string out of the box, so there is no problem with this bow. It's sturdy enough, so this is totally not a thing. This bow feels good. Takes a beating. I like that there's a whipping just in case there happens something. You're safe. Handling 10. The build of this bow is really nice, so there's nothing to complain. They really slim down here the seal that they don't have unnecessary weight. They extend the bending section a little bit with it, so that's why you have a nice draw. Here the fade out is relatively short, but it's fine for a short bow like this. The handle is really nice, doubled up here, doubled up here. You have really something in your hand. And then here the Kazan goes nice, has a slightly pronounced spine a little bit. The small string pad here helps you center the string, and the end is nice and wide and bulbous, so the string rounds nicely, not over an edge. Gives you 10 for the build. The basic feel of this bow, what bothers me a little bit is this little bit of vibration. Might go away, but it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still there, so I would still go a little higher with the brace height. And I guess simply the string needs to be shot in properly, and then it should be not a problem. Bow straight. Handle feels, the grip is just, it glues onto your fingers. So this is, you don't even need to think about, this handle falls automatically in place how it's supposed to be. So this is an amazing piece of handle. So that's why you get for the basic feel 10 points. Draw experience, draw curve, you saw it. The draw curve there's maybe half an inch of slag, and then nice. So, and I think this bow would even do 30, but they limit it to 29, which makes sense. So the bows don't break. Draw experience is very nice. Shooting experience, out of the box you saw what this bow did. Then I got distracted, and when you don't have your form up, it's not an easy bow when you don't know your form. Once you have your form settled, that's why I get one of the starter sets you will see later. Do capacity training until everything is settled. Then get this one, and you will shoot center shot after center shot after center shot with this bow. Amazing for the price. Does it bother me? Let me shoot one more arrow. Only checking the hand shock. It's there, so you have a little vibration in the hand. With these arrows 320 grain, maybe you get a little heavier, and most probably you shoot anyway wood arrows and they are always a little heavier, then it's not a problem. If you shoot lightweight carbon arrows, you feel it a little, so that's why I give you here 9 points. But it can go away, but for now it's there. It's 59 out of 60. Price value, I don't have to tell you anything, it's 5 points. It's a premium laminated bow for under 200 euros. You get a really well performing 190 foot per second bow, which gets any job done. And if you want, then you can have this decoration, but I don't know how much it is now, but you simply get in contact with them. They have an Etsy shop, and whatever, you simply ask them. It's a really nice bow. It's short and does 29 inches, safe. What more can you ask for? It's not too shiny, you know, like when you get from China bow, they are overly shiny. This one is shiny, but not, and on the side not so much. So it's a little more, I don't know, doesn't look that industrial fabricated, looks more handcrafted. And Keskin, they really know how to build bows, I can tell you. The first one I shot from them, and I understand why they are so popular in Turkey. So maybe it's something for you to consider. If you have already a few Turkish bows and you want to get something else, this is nice. If you never had a Turkish bow and you're on a budget with 200 euros, perfect bow for you. 30 to 55 pounds, just nice, you don't need more. and you should not need less, so it's most probably not your first bow, might be a second bow, and then it's a good one. The handle is really nice. Awesome bow. Thank you very much, Keskin Bow, for sending, for bringing them, not for sending them, for bringing them. And what amazing guys they are, really, really. So, and this bow is really good. That's all I have for you to do. And that's all I have for you today. Next video will be then the Tatar bow, forgot the name now, but you see in the next video then. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you in the next one.